Good morning, everybody. Let's see what's going on here today. All right. Good morning. So, this is part of the conversation we had yesterday in the room about bottoming action, making turns. And this is, you know, how it starts. If this is going to be the turn, right? It's not clear yet. So, momentum slowing, especially after a significant drop, creates thoughts of a turn, of a possible turn, a possible bottom. We can get long, all those things that we think, right? Especially when we see a recovery. Let's just zero in. We see a bottoming tail bar. And if you're a candlestick aficionado, you look at that and you say, oh, that's a, whatever you call it, a hammer or something. I forget what they're called. Anyway, it's on support. And now it's back down to today. It's like, what the hell is going on? Why didn't it follow through? Of course, people are going to be long on the bottoming tail bar looking for it to go up. But our discussion yesterday was about understanding price action from the point of view of what other people think, right? Thing that I say about charts are pictures that represent people's actions, beliefs, and expectations that they created with money. So, fine. Now, we covered the 60 or 65-minute chart. Look at what's happening here. Got a trading range. This week we covered pre-market retracements. What does it do when it rallies 100%? Does it go sideways and break out, or does it go back down? Well, we know now with hindsight, in this market, it rallies 100%, it goes sideways, and it breaks back down. Rallies 100%, goes sideways, and breaks back down again. That's called a trading range, a wide, whippy trading range, which often occurs after a substantial move down. Now, at some point, obviously, things have to turn around and try and rally. Another concept that we covered yesterday in the room was that corrections through time, right, that sideways price action, moves current prices away from resistance, which increases the potential for a move up. And right now, we're just in monitoring mode or collection mode of information other than day trading, okay? Because we don't have anything on the daily chart yet. On the way down, they're holding losses, right? Green bar, they buy, slam back down again, right? We don't know what's going to happen, right? But anyway, this is what happened. This is what we know happened. So yesterday, bottoming tail bar. Oh, it's going to go up. Let's get long. It'll blah, blah, blah. Even at the end of the day, we talked about it going sideways there. Expectations that, those buying here in this little shallow range believe it's going to go up. And now they're sitting here wondering, like, why did I do that? It's in a downtrend, all that stuff that we say when we get caught. Right? So now it's at the bottom of the range. Will buyers begin to step up here? We can see that they're beginning to do that on the 5-minute chart. Is it ready yet? No. Is the daily ready yet? No. So maybe tomorrow it goes sideways again, or, maybe look at this weekly chart here. Maybe it's just going to chop around down here, and next week it's going to take the next plunge lower. We don't know. So what do? SOH. You sit on your hands from this time frame. You're doing nothing and we're waiting. In addition, we covered our internals are not telling us it's ready yet. Right? So internals are one part of what we call the three-legged stool. Right? Technicals, market internals, and into market analysis. Right? Yesterday, we covered what's happening in financials. That's not pretty. So not one part of the three-legged stool tells us that this is ready for prime time to go up yet. So we're waiting. Right? So if today turns into a bottoming tail bar, and on this chart, that'll be a good sign. Right? But we'll do the same thing, the factory work that we covered yesterday. The factory work. So the part of the factory work, there are many elements to it, is the retracements and price action after retracements at resistance. Okay? This isn't pretty looking. It's a wide range bar. It started from the top of the range. So maybe it can begin to hold down here. Okay? And you look at the news, tariffs, Trump, whatever, Kalinsky, whatever his name is, and all of that stuff. So now, we look at other things, and, the transports broke down. They're holding on a little bit of support here, on that pivot low. Right? Look to the left. I can have to say it every day, right? It's part of my routine. Look to the left. Right? What is it going to do here? We're waiting to see. A little stabilization yesterday. We'll see what it does. And interest rates flip back up from major support, right over there where there was a turn. So they're lifting up within a downtrend. Deep retracement. We'll see what they do. Bottoming tail bar on the weekly. Right? Factory work. 5-year, little bounce there. Broke support. Didn't quite get down there. Right? Deep retracement. So we're waiting. We're waiting. And let's look at financials. Nasty move to the downside. Big, ugly weekly bar engulfing a trading range, but it's still in an uptrend. Maybe it can survive. That would be something if we see things begin to bottom. Right? As crazy as it might sound, what if this rallies back up toward here? You can see that ain't happening right now. But anyway, let's see, where is that actually? Where's my cursor? Cursor. Why? I don't know why. Anyway, 49.75. It's down here at yesterday's range. So same story, in an uptrend. Bitcoin, just a giant mess. Right? Whipping back and forth. Stay away. Don't go near it. Russell 2000 broke down, little bounce. Where is it today? Must have changed something. This isn't moving anyway. 205, 206. It's within yesterday's range. It has not reached its destination on the weekly time frame. It's in a downtrend. Stay away unless you're a day trader. Look at this. So one of the things I said was you're going to start hearing about recession. I probably said that a couple of weeks ago. What are you hearing on the news? Recession, stagflation. Now we see the dollar collapsing. Right? The dollar's going down because now they're starting to believe, the Fed, things are getting bad here. The Fed's going to have to cut. The Fed's going to cut. The dollar needs to go down. The dollar's going down. These are not good things. The market's got troubles here. And that will continue until whatever happens is going to happen. Qs, 404, within yesterday's range. Possibly it could rattle around here. It's extended. What's to do? Nothing. Wait and see what's going to happen. And here's the futures rattling around. Got the Russell rattling around here. Much going on. The Dow needs to come down here. Just a lot of jiggles here. We get up in the morning and we see, oh, the Dow is down 300 and something points. What the hell happened? Well, it's just jiggling around here. Right? Fill the gap, hold in here for now. Made an attempt to go up. It failed. Made an attempt to go up yesterday. It's within the range. Maybe it's got to come down here. 4,200. You see, I've got an alert. We shall see. Crude oil stabilizing, right? Down here on major support. It broke these, went to the next one. It's holding there for the moment. And we want the proverbial shit hit the fan, right? This starts breaking down here. I think the shit will hit the fan. Anyway, that's pretty long-term support. Gold still looks good, right? Broke the uptrend. Sitting here, rattling around here, consolidating its gains. Silver, deep retracement. Maybe it'll go sideways here and it'll break out. We'll keep an eye on that. It's got a nice bullish reversal, 180 on the weekly time frame. So that's definitely something to keep an eye to see what it does here. It may whip back down again. If it goes sideways, maybe forms a bottoming tail bar, odds are it will go up. And you see the dollar down, of course. The euro is ripping higher. That's coming up to resistance. So a lot of uncertainty out there. That'll continue. And eventually, like always, our internals will line up. They will line up, and the price action will develop. That will create opportunities. And typically, those opportunities start with credit spreads, put spreads, because the uncertainty is, well, will it start to go up? Is it a directional yet? Well, the odds will develop that it will be when things give us that information, but right now that's not the case. So this volatility index is probably up here within a trading range. You want to have an alert up there near that high. And in the coming days, we will see, can it clear 28? Because that will be, the shit hitting the fan to a certain degree, which is going to create a tremendous opportunity because, as we know, at some point, the buyers are going to show up again. That's just the way it is. And your job and my job is to survive what's going on right now, not blow out our accounts, and not be holding, these losses that tie up all your money that you're in hope mode and can't participate. So there's your warning. There's, the soapbox preach for today, and it's all yours, Dan.
Good morning. So I was asking some of you, what was the news? Usually remember yesterday, MT Live, we talked about.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I mean, Macy's is gapping down, so that's another retail thing, ugliness there, but they've been in trouble for a long time. The tariff thing, that's ongoing. I don't know any specific news. I mean,
Well, right. Like I said yesterday on MT Live on our daily routine, I turned on the TV. This morning it was at 4:15. I was up early and I see the futures down and usually the news says market is up or market is down on blank. And they just fill in a blank. And I didn't hear a single blank today about well, they got to talk about something, right? So that's what I was asking. Did like anything? I didn't watch the overnight futures. Did they tank in one news item last night?
Well, they started going down at 2 in the morning, so they maybe the DAX went down. I don't know. I mean, that was up 700 or something points yesterday. So maybe profit taking there on top of the tariff stuff. I don't know. So, you know,
Not gonna,
DAX opens up at 3 in the morning. And so everything started selling off before that.
not gonna change anything I do except maybe help us look for other sectors or whatever. So that's why, not that I really care. It's just, give us a theme, so to speak. Let's go. Let's go right to earnings. I had already deleted a ton of them in here. I didn't do a single earnings trade again. The charts just looked horrible. I actually would have considered Marvel, but I think I mentioned the 70s, but didn't have enough juice for me. But that's getting whacked. Bearish pre-market. I have no idea what it's going to do. Let's watch it. A Visco, possible gap and snap. Put that on the list. Or list meaning 5-minute window. The Dow 30 I mentioned, not a single green. No green here. Zulu Sierra, that's a nice bullish gap. So I posted in Telegram, but again, just like we did yesterday, right? So today is the first full day of implementing what we went over in MT Live yesterday: market bias, open positions, any gifts or problems, our tier ones, our watch list from last night. And this is a tier one put spread, provided it sets up the way I want. And I go through the checklist, which includes liquid options. What are you going to pay me for the days to expiration? Today's Thursday, so I would prefer today. There you have it. That's what we went over yesterday. That it's a sloppy Climo. Our Climos, we want all the bars to be fluid down. Shit, what did I do here? Okay, all right, never mind. It disappeared. I'm always fat fingering things on this. So we want fluid bars down, and this sideways congestion and igniting kind of threw a wrench in that Climo, but we'll come back. This is getting whacked, MDB. Some new guy in the green room yesterday asked us about this, saying, "Hey Dan, what do you think about me buying an at the money call on this into earnings?" And it wasn't cheap. It was like $35 or something. Let me check real quick. That was massive. All right, so 265 at the money calls. They closed at 817.50, and it had an expected move of $30. And I'm like, look, we're pattern-based traders, regardless of what trade stock, ETFs, futures, options. I said, there's no bullish pattern here. And then, so, we had a discussion. I won't get into it now, but so what's my bias on this now? I don't know. Let's look. Wow, that's gapping below these prior lows, which mean I now got to go look to the monthly. I have no idea where this thing is going to bounce, but that is ugly, ugly gap. Put that in a window. Grinder, this is one of Sam's favorite companies. A bearish gap breakdown. This would be a beautiful call spread if there's any juice. Sobo, I think I said yesterday, if it opens flattish, I would love a 1, 2, 3. And right now, 2660, no, or 2680, it's a bearish gap. So it's over at 123 if we wanted to stay in the upper third. So no. Now VIV 230, bullish gap, possible put spread for tomorrow only. It's only. So compare this one, VIV to VIV to Zulu Sierra. So this one's gap into resistance, all these overlapping bars. I would only be interested in a 1 DTE put on this as of right now. Whereas Zulu Sierra, look, it's gapping over all these bars. You can count them. So if I can, again, depending on what it does in the first 30 minutes, but if it holds its strength and stays above 198 for sure. I'd actually, it would be stronger if it does not fill the gap. So like 199-ish. Say this prior high here would be a better place for it to hold. And then if it takes out a 30-minute high, I would consider an 8 DTE on this one. So you see the difference of this and VIV? I just wanted to highlight that. VRL asking about maps. 133. No, it's in a total trading range. After a breakdown under the 20, under the 50, bear 1, 2, 3 weekly, and gapping to resistance. So VRL, I highly recommend you spend $7 and spend a week with us in the green room, and you'll see the patterns that we like. Um, not just patterns, just our entire approach. 3740 bearish. Has room, maybe 30-minute low. A tree 46 gap's too big. Gap's too big. So that's a Greg's gap course, right? It's a bullish gap. That's too big. Gap and resistance. Horrible. Now again, compare this. I just did another chart lesson on Octa this morning. I'm going to put it in our new lessons for the weekly advantage program. And yesterday I posted a chart of entering this right on the afternoon breakout on 15-minute chart. And look at it today. Look how that entry right here closed at 116. I mean, now it's a friggin' climb all this. So this actually this I'm going to put on my list for a 1 DTE call spread now. It's bullish as can be, but there should be premium for tomorrow. JD, China was a bullish gap up. Look at KWEB, the ETF. I mentioned in the green room yesterday, gaps a lot, but flagpole, counter trend consolidation, that's a bull flag. That's a bull flag. So daily, weekly, monthly on KWEB look great. We just gotta figure out the pattern to enter it on the time frame that you're looking at. This one gapping down, no pattern. Kroger, you're gone. Victor Golf. Wow, that is one ugly IPO. Look at the opening. That should be that's like a poster child. That is a poster child of don't just blindly buy IPOs. You know what? I'll make a little chart of that later and say that exact point. People who are like, oh, just buy every IPO because they're gonna go up. Well, now you bought this thing at 23 and change, and now it's cut in half. How do you feel about that belief now? I don't even know what they do. Venture Global. Never heard of them. Bravo Juliet. 102. No pattern. TTC 77. No pattern. Now, had this open flat, I would say it could have been a day trade based on this end of day base on the 15. Based on the gap down, I got no interest. This one, don't see any prints. Garbage. Macy's. Possible 1 DTE put spread as a gap and snap for 1 day only. Would I sell a put spread on this for next week? Nope. Don't trust it. Look at the weekly monthly breakdown. See? One of you asked me, like a new person, and Brenda, I think, whoever, like, damn, what are these middle charts? And they're little snippets of weekly and monthly. And all I need is a little snippet. So you see, I commented on the daily, but would I do a put spread on this for next week? Absolutely not, based on the weekly monthly. See that? So my little laptop here gives me so much information. 1940 bullish gap at the resistance. Well, actually, this might be a 30-minute high over this red bar, buy setup on the weekly, and then this would be a downside shakeout. Let's keep that on the list. BTSG. All right, we got less than a minute. GMS, I don't see any gaps, but it looks horrible. Oh, it shows it at 73. I don't see any prints here, but that's a nasty continuation lower, man. If it opens down there, look at these overlapping bars. You're going TRMD gapping up 1884, bullish gap, but still in the downtrend, trading range, no interest. Wiley, nasty downtrend, looks horrible. And finally, gapping up a little bit and a downtrend, no interest. All right, so I'm done with those earnings stocks. Miscellaneous stuff here. Greg mentioned CELH from yesterday. Oh, what's today? Thursday? Over Tuesday's high. This is a fantastic bottoming pattern. I have an alarm at 2620. Pelletier also is trying to make the turn. So if it were to close right here with this inside bar, buy setup weekly, as long as the market's holding tomorrow or, not going down, you can start nibbling on this over yesterday's high. Sierra Echo, gap down. That was a nice gap trade yesterday. I missed. VNet. This would be what's called a continuation of a buy setup. If you get a 1, 2, 3, but you got McGraw gave me this. That's why it's here. A tick negative 1100 and change. So we're starting out bearish here. All right, look at Zulu Sierra middle chart. What did I say? This is my favorite gapper. And what did I say about 199? Greg, am I good or what? Look, I said I want you to hold 199. It held 199.11. Hey, our NEM is ripping after a gap down. Oh, wow. We got a huge open profit now on NEM. I wonder why. I mean, it's all right. Let me come back to Zulu Sierra. NEM looks great. We did a put spread. I guess because it's a small gap down. At first I thought it was bigger. But that's we're already at almost 50% of max gain. So let me post that. Um, anyhow, that Visco I was watching, gap and snap, it's not snapping, MDB, no hurry, it looks horrible. All right, back to Zulu Sierra. Let there be juice. Let there be juice for tomorrow. I would see, I would do like the 194s here or lower, 192.50. But I would wait for 5-minute high, particularly with markets holding. I mean, markets not holding. All right, what did I say? 192. 71 by 120. So $5 wide, it's spready, but $5 wide is 55 cents. What do you think, Greg? I think it looks great. I usually don't do these within the first 5 minutes, but that's if we get filled, that's pretty good juice. I'm gonna do it with a stop 1-to-1.
I wasn't paying attention. Dan, you talking about the chart you're showing? If it's under support, absolutely.
Well, no, it's under 50. It's the 192.50 for tomorrow. So it's under that 15 minutes.
Yeah. It's under yesterday's bar, sure.
It's not though.
Well, it's close enough for government work, right?
Right. That's what I'm getting at. It's the 15-minute chart. Make these pretty later. Focus on. Okay, we're not that NEM. It either came in hard or nah. Yeah, so we had bad prints earlier because now it's showing midpoint 25. All right, Marvel bottom right looks horrible. What about this MDB? Well, at least it's green. Wow, look at the volume. Look at the volume on this thing. All right, Marvel, look at no interest. Let me put MDB here. Maybe 30-minute high, but let me check the juice bar right now. Just to get ready. MDB. Wow, massive premium for tomorrow. The 190s naked or 120. So that's $18 away. But like I said, that's a nasty gap. I wouldn't do it unless 30-minute high. See what we talked about yesterday? Zulu Sierra was my best setup for a gapper for put spread. I wouldn't have chased it for directional. All right, market still ugly here. They look like they're going to blast through yesterday's low hourly support just because, as we tell Debbie all the time, it depends on how it got there, not just that there's support there, but how it got there. I mean, it might hold just because it's down so much from yesterday's close. So ideally, for the short case, we want it to bounce around here for like an hour on support and try to go up and then give us some evidence that it ain't going up. And then we short a continuation lower. That would be the ideal thing. Visco. I'm going to keep an eye on this. It's a Climo with zero turn, but it's still a Climo. M, wow, wow, that's crazy moves. All right, DHR alarm. Ah, we did this yesterday. Alex, why the heck are you not bringing my attention to this? You're usually good at that on trades that you provide us. Because you're saying you already told me and I didn't catch it. If so, that would be a good answer. All right, let's 36. Still happening of this crazy rally just because all longs kind of all longs are like you know I'm keeping a tight leash on. We did a put spread too. HR, very nice. Very nice trade, thank you. Now that's, I mean, read my description. I said it was a bullish turn. It looks like the right side of a W bottom. So Don, you know how you're always busting my you know what about not buying on support and only doing breakouts? This is exhibit A. That's what I tell you. I'm like, what is a double bottom with a potent turn is buying on support? I know, Don, do you remember the long discussion you had with Greg one day? I would never in your wildest dream, Greg, look at my horizontal line. I would never in my wildest dream buy this as a double bottom because there's no potent turn. So yeah, you're talking about a 5-minute chart. No, the turn was yesterday when it took out the red bar for a daily. So we can talk about it later, but I want to stay focused here. SPLV coming in, we're in that. SPLV, our stop 70. Yeah, that stopped at a profit. So you're going, D6. We were in that almost a month. Right. So by saying that, Don, that's just has nothing to do with what I said about a double bottom on the daily. Nothing. You're comparing a bicycle with an apple. It's like, all right. All right, hold on. I'm busy here. All right, GoDaddy. We're now see this one I said yesterday also. It's just like DHR. I said, and I said it's a possible forming of a double bottom. So identical discussion would be when I felt like this was a potent turn. And it hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened. So I don't know. Tell you when I see it though. ACN, we did a put spread yesterday. DHR, we know about. Google, our stop under 169. So that's still holding. Let me tighten the stop again, 170.48. Actually, I might just kill it here. Let me see. 165. In fact, yeah, I don't like the market. 165, 160, at 24. Let's kill it. I don't like the market. Nice profit. Oh, cool. Thanks for helping me watch it. Let me look at it. I'm still busy with alerts and things here. Hmm. And what was our other one? Netflix is tanking, but I had moved stop break even on that. Let's see, I think we took half yesterday. No, I was trying to get us a bigger profit yesterday. So out of that, ACN and Zulu Sierra. All right, so we're good with those. I was down pre-market. This is bold. That's some behind. HR 202 for next week. Okay, so far we're holding, these yesterday's lows. Like I said earlier, we should bounce because we're down so much from yesterday's close. You heard what I said, bearish case would ideally be after 3 p.m. And as of right now, factory work, let's see how far we bounce.
Long T triple Q stop under the low of the day.
Yeah.
If things should sell off, any credit spread, I think, not enough premium now, close to 5,600 should be a no-brainer. 57 is going to be strong support, so
Yeah, I like fast.
5650.
Don, that's a nice breakout. Again, we got different time frames, so I don't know where your entry is, but for, swing, looks good. Stop under here, 74. Was that? When's earnings? 410, so we're good there. But yeah, that's a nice, beautiful relative strength. Absolutely. Weeklings 72.50. There's no juice. Let's look at the advisory letter. All right. We got long calls on this from yesterday. That's holding nice relative strength. AMKR, we got puts. Oh, I already tightened it yesterday, so we're good there. Harris is on a huge time probation, stops under here. We did that 1, 2, 3. EIX short $50 puts with break even, holding well. GoDaddy stop is $2 lower, and then TTD is our biggest animal. So, I don't know, I don't know what to do with it. We're just an investor, unless it's causing you a stomach ache, but then you might be selling the low. I don't know. AD line still negative 1500. Wow. Look fast down here. Uh, yeah, I would. This one's a sloppy double bottom because the momentum move is not really fluid, and if you count from here to here, it's not long enough. But I would call it. I'd call DXI a bullish reversal on support. So, so I don't know about the. I don't like the reward to risk for a directional, but I like it as a put spread. Let me see what XHB is. Oh, but yeah, let me scan the whole sector.